Welcome back to an Ohio 7. My name is Angela. I am half of your host with our other beautiful, gorgeous, lovely, amazing, stunning
Gabby.
Right.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's her name. She knows it. Don't worry. How are we doing this week, Gab?
I'm so good.
Good.
Like, yeah, well rested. Finally, I'm taking some days off, which has been really, really nice. Because I keep seeing those, like, photos pop up on Instagram. And it's, like, of this, like, heinous-looking old woman. And she's like, this is what you'll look like if you only get 6 hours of sleep a night.
Wait, I saw that the other day.
No, I was looking at it, and I'm like, I need to sleep forever now. I'm like Sleeping Beauty in that bitch. I'm sleeping 12 hours. If I can sleep 12 hours, I'm sleeping 12 hours. Don't wake me up.
Honestly, that's so fair.
I saw that and I was like, does that mean I'll look twice as good if I get 12 hours of sleep? Like that, right? That feels like, no.
You know, they didn't show a picture of what you would look like if you got ample amounts of sleep.
Yeah. I don't know. There was a moment that I was really sleeping like 3 hours a night and drinking a lot. And I swear to God, I was like, I could see it was a lot. But I would like wake up in the morning, and one of the bigger reasons I like slowed down on drinking is because I would wake up in the morning, I'm like, I look like an old woman. I swear to God, like your skin really, what they warn you about in the books is real. You hit 25, your skin starts showing that you fucking drink, and it's terrifying. You like wake up and you're like, oh my God, that's horrifying.
That is true. I feel like I've finally gotten to the point where like now I drink alcohol and I wake up in the morning and I'm like
why is my heart racing?
Literally.
Like, oh God.
And then I eat my 2 soft-boiled eggs and I'm like, oh wait, I'm fine.
Yeah, as soon as you eat, I'm like just thinking about food. As soon as you eat something, always better. I'm always like, why do I have a headache? And then I'm like, oh, maybe it's they didn't drink any water or eat anything and drank a lot and did nothing and didn't sleep.
And you know what? I'm thinking based on that, we should continue dry January. Continue dry January.
I'm going to think about it.
Right.
I'm going to the show.
There's only a
tomorrow.
couple more days.
Well, it's my friend Kat's partner show. I'm going to the show tomorrow, and it's going to be like super.
She's like, so I'm going to have to drink.
No, it's going to be like super kooky weird. And it's like one of those, like, I'm imagining it's going to be a very New York essence show. Like,
I went to one of those the other day.
Yeah, like, really, really interesting. I'm super excited for it. But I feel like that I don't smoke or anything other than cigarettes, the occasional one. But, like, I feel like I need to have a little haul before, you know?
No, that is so true.
I want to be a little buzzed. I want to be slinky when I walk up in that bitch. You know what I mean?
Okay, there's a difference between like feeling a little buzzed and walking in there like slinky.
I want to be slinky. I just want to be like, I'm ready, you know?
I went to a show the other day and it was like a contemporary like Shakespearean show. And this is like the second one I've been to in the past couple months, which is crazy, but I don't understand Shakespearean. So like honestly, I wish I was drunk before I went because I was sitting there the whole time like
doing that sober. Hot take. I hate the Shakespeare shit.
Can't stand it.
Let it pass, dude. Like get over it. He's over. Get it over. He's been dead for like hundreds of years. Like let's move on.
Come up with something
guys.
Creative.
There's gotta be better stories. And I know that like his writing made way for like every modern everything, but like
sure,
let me just work off that. I'll be honest, I'm not trying to learn Shakespearean. I hate them. I hate them.
Our upstairs neighbors are the worst. They're the worst human beings in history.
History's a little strong, but they do make so much fucking noise. Like
much noise.
Can't believe it. These and I think we've mentioned this before. 2 a.m. We'll be like watching a movie, sitting on the couch, and they'll start vacuuming. Like, we have hardwood floors. What are you vacuuming? Like, do you really have that many rugs?
At 2 a.m.
And I'm like, I don't even think they have a dog or anything. I'm like, why are you vacuuming all the time?
Exactly.
Because I'm dirty, dusty, crusty little feet.
Take
your shoes off at the door, honey bun.
And they're stomping. They be stomping. They're just stomping all the dust off their body, which is why they're always vacuuming. Crusty, dusty, musty, scrubby ass motherfuckers.
Anyways, I do think, you know, we all love Shakespeare for what he's done, but I'm ready to move on. I'm not watching a Shakespearean anything.
And you know what? We moved on to the Holy Mecca TikTok, and now they're taking it away. They're like, go read some Shakespeare again, bitch. No. And you don't watch TikTok, so like that's You'll still have your Instagram reels, but what will you watch if there's no TikToks? In a few months, you'll have nothing to see.
I hope so. I hope I have nothing to see. I'm tired of it. Get me out of it.
A freaking liar.
I'm not. Get me out of it. I read one. Okay. Here's a life hack, which I need to do this again. But instead of using TikTok or anything, download a book on...
Not a life hack. So stupid.
Just read a book. Life hack, read a book.
Read a book.
Read a book.
Touch grass.
Okay.
Read a book on me. Sorry.
If you have an iPhone, which I'm assuming you do, because I don't feel like Samsung users would watch any of what we're doing, but they have the Books app, and it might even not be called that. I'm not sure, but there's like a bunch of free books on there you can read and just like download on your phone, and they're great. I read this like little murder mystery, and I was in. And instead of checking my reels all the time, I would just pull up my book instead. I read this book in like 2 days.
I would do that too if I was a loser. But
no.
If I was fucking lame, I'd do that. No, but I'm not. So I watch TikToks.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to participate in it anymore. And I hope it does get worse. I hope the media gets so bad. I'm just like, blah. You know what they've been doing a lot lately though? It's always like, especially because like I watch a lot of like the haircut videos or like the art videos or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what haircut. That haircut.
Or like, are they the like the bad? Like
yes.
when they fix sinks with like ramen noodles or something like that.
Like something stupid. Like okay. And then they'll like break it up into 2 videos and they're like releasing in 2 days. I hate you.
Oh yeah.
Releasing in 2 days. I'm not following you just because you fucking pulled that shit. And I feel like there was like this whole chunk of fucking reels I was going through where they were all like that. It was like, come back tomorrow. I'm not coming back tomorrow.
Hell no. I came today.
I came today. I came just finish the fucking video. Like I know you're trying to make money, but you're just pissing me off. And then I'll never watch you again.
I'll never watch you again.
No, literally. I'm like, how do I block? Not even follow. You didn't get a follow. You got a fucking block.
That's like the 2-part stories. I started getting smart. Okay, I just rewind to the end, or I fast forward to the end, and then if she's like, come back for a part 2, I don't even listen to the story. I'm like, great, got solved that.
Part 2. Really, you couldn't get it out in one fucking like.
You have like 5 minutes to tell a story. What do you mean? You're the worst storyteller ever. I shouldn't be listening to this anyway. Storytelling fucking sucks.
If you want to tell a story that long, start a fucking podcast.
Oop.
Get it done. I don't even think we have stories that last that long.
No. 2 minutes max.
Yeah, like, and then I'm like, and that was it. And I still feel like I gave too many details. You know what I mean? Like, I leave that and I'm like, ah, man, I was just kind of fucking talking for too long. Like, no, just get to the juicy parts. Give me A, B, C, D, E, F, maybe G.
Maybe G.
But like, that's
G's
fucking pushing it. Keep it pushing, though. Get it over. Get it done. I'm over it. Something new that happened this week as well. Mm-hmm. I know we kind of touched it, but I went to Flushing, Queens, which is the 2nd largest Chinatown in New York. Well, no, biggest Chinatown in New York, 2nd largest Chinatown in the U.S. And it was crazy. You go down there and it feels like Times Square. It was so freaking busy.
I need to go to Queens more.
I love Queens. I'm a big Queens. I think Queens is in. Queens has been in,
and
fucking Williamsburg.
That's the melting pot. They got way better food.
The best food. It's the most diverse. Yeah. Astoria, Queens is the most diverse neighborhood in the entire world. That is why the food is just excellent.
It's so good out there.
It's excellent.
When I worked at the stages in Long Island City, we would get food out there all the time.
Lucky.
Whew.
Lucky. I love Astoria. But we went to Flushing because we had said that we were going to go down, and we did like a Chinese food crawl situation.
Nice.
I think I ate at like 8 places. I tried quail egg. Them things are delicious. Oh my God.
Delicious.
They're so good. I got hot pot. We tried like a bunch of stuff. Tried crab roe. Didn't love that much. Ew. And a lot of these like really great places are in these like they almost look like abandoned malls.
Okay.
And so like you go in the basement, there's just like all of these like incredible spots. But anyways, you know, we did a lot of eating, and then I just wanted to try congee because I'd already seen it. Mm-hmm. And we went to this really nice Chinese restaurant to finish out the day.
Right.
And we got some food. It was like very beautiful in there, and of course like I walk in and I'm definitely the only white person. 100%.
For sure.
That's
okay.
It was fine. It was good. You know, I always come in respectful, and Alex, my boyfriend, he's like part Chinese. Mm-hmm. So like this is important to the story. I wouldn't bring that up, but it's important to the story.
Right.
And and we're sitting at the table, and like it takes a while. We order, and the also cool thing about you go to an authentic Chinese restaurant is that they don't serve you water; they only serve you hot tea, which I love. It was freezing, so I was very happy with that.
Yeah, for sure.
The tea was amazing.
You got it. I mean.
So we're drinking our tea. Finally, you know, the lady comes over, she takes our order, And I'm fumbling through the menu because I'm already like kind of nervous because I'm like out of my element. I'm like, I don't want to look like that stupid person.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to be that girl, you know? And anyways, we order, it was good. And then the waitress comes over and she doesn't say anything. She's putting down our plates and our like silverware or like utensils.
Yeah.
And she, you know, she hands me the plate with the chopsticks. And then she just kind of looks over and just puts a fork in front of me. And then she looks over at Alex for a second and she goes, "You're Chinese." And then just like walked away. I was like, yo. And you bet your ass I did not use that fork. I fucking put that on. I put that thing as far away from me as I could.
Did you look like a G though, like using your chopsticks?
No, I'm not good at using my chopsticks, but I certainly was not going to fucking use that goddamn fork. And then later in the in the time, I just wanted some soy sauce for my congee, and we got black vinegar, which, to be in all fairness, does look like soy sauce.
Well, yes, black vinegar for sure.
Yeah, and I like stopped one of the waiter that wasn't our waiter. I was like, "Excuse me," I was like, "Can I get some soy sauce?" And he literally looked at me. He's like, "That is soy sauce," and then fucking walked away.
He said, "Stupid white woman."
No, literally, and I was like, I looked at Alex. I'm like, "Do you think he's gonna get the soy sauce?" I told him, I was like, "It's not," and I was like, "Do you think he's gonna get the soy sauce?" And Alex looked at me. He's like, "Probably not." Didn't get the soy sauce, but
it would have been better if Alex asked for the soy sauce, because then Alex could have been like, "This is actually
I do think
vinegar."
I did bring that up, that there was a good chance that, like, you know, I needed him to advocate for me in that moment. But it was nice. The lady at the end did give us free egg tarts, and yeah, it was still a great experience, and the food was really good. I'll be treated like that to eat that kind of good food. I'll tolerate a lot.
Like, so true. Like,
I'll tolerate a lot for good food. You know, it was. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up.
I need to go to Chinese. I need to get some Chinese food. I need to go to Chinese. I need to get Chinese food. So Lunar New Year's coming up. Year of the Snake. I can't wait to go to Chinatown for.
It's gonna be fun.
We're gonna actually get there early. Noodles, and we're going early. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there for the parade.
Yeah, the parade's crazy. Like, we got there last time, and it was really late at night, and it was just the confetti was everywhere. They have like dragon dancers and like tradition. It's very. It looked like it was a blast.
I know. When we missed it, but it looked we're not gonna miss it this year. Yeah, we're gonna be on top of it, and then we're gonna stay later as well, so we can get Chinese food for dinner. And get the snacks.
Get the sneaky snacks.
My brother got TikTok famous this week. Pretty salty about that. I was telling everyone, I was like, I curate these beautiful, time-consuming videos, and my brother gets on TikTok and he's like, Mommy, millions of views.
Millions of views. It's the white man's plight. I don't know.
It's got me fucked up. He lost his fantasy league, so he has to do all these embarrassing videos. One of them was like him pretending to run on the ground like a wolf and then like howling. I love that one. I sent that right to our dad.
And it's fucking cringy, I'll tell you that. I watch it, and it's so funny because your brother's hilarious. Right. I love her brother. I know we've said this. I love your brother. Alex is the best.
He's the funniest person I've ever met.
I want him to come live with us.
I tried to get him to go to NYU. My mom was like, if you want to pay for it, pay for it.
Pay for what?
Pay for it.
NYU's also private, and like everyone just pays for it there. Yeah. It's a rich kid school. NYU's overrated.
Yeah, he can't afford it. No. That TikTok money's not coming in yet. He can't afford
it. And TikTok's about to get banned, so he's about to get famous on the last week of TikTok.
He literally did. Honestly, good riddance. No.
Now she's like, actually, maybe it's a good thing that TikTok is canceled.
Oh, I literally was like
maybe.
You better soak it up, Alex, because after this week, you're done. You're done.
Your career is over.
So he was like, type shit.
People are gonna start doing like YouTube shorts. What do you think it's gonna be? Do you think that they're gonna make a new app? Do you think it's gonna move to something else?
I think we should all just go back to Facebook as a prank.
MySpace. Obvious. MySpace.
I never understood how to use MySpace. Like, I made one, and it's out there floating somewhere. But I could not figure out how to use it to save my life.
You have to like put in like codes and stuff.
Like codes.
HTMLs to adjust.
Oh my god, you guys were all coding before. Why is everyone not in IT?
Copy paste, baby. Because what you could do is you could go. I used to do this with my Tumblr.
Love Tumblr.
We should go back to Tumblr.
No, actually, everyone's going back to Tumblr.
Everyone's Tumblr Visco. That was the time.
Everyone's having a Tumblr account, and then everyone's having their little secret sex Tumblr account that nobody knows about.
I will say that Tumblr was by far the thing I had the most I had like a couple thousand followers on Tumblr, which was wild. Like, out of all my social media accounts, crazy amount of followers.
That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
Mine had like none.
Oh, mine had a shit ton. I don't know why. I could not tell you. I mean, like,
because you're so indie, girl.
It was like really well curated, and when I'm like, I don't understand why people didn't want to see it. No, it was weird, and I'm like, why do I have all these followers on here and like no followers on Instagram? I was like 16, and I'm like, oh, it's because people hate me. They either hate me or they don't fucking know me, and I don't know which one's worse. I would rather be known to be hated than not known at all. Actually, that's not true. I'd rather you not know me. Please don't know me. Please leave me out of it.
Oh my god.
Keep me out.
She's like, I don't want anyone to know me. I just want to live under the radar.
No. I'm trying to say, if you're gonna hate me, I'd rather you just not know me. You know, I feel like people in high school didn't really like me, but I was a little fucking horrible.
I feel like, so imagine now you are, let's just say, for example, you're TikTok famous. Okay, you have haters left and right. How do you feel like you'd be fazed by them? Like, do you think that you wouldn't give a fuck, or do you think that it would get to you?
I'll be honest with you. There's nothing anyone can say to me that I haven't said 7 inches away from the mirror. So, no, I don't think I could be really fazed. If someone's like, kill yourself, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, I've already been through that. Like, I'm not doing it. If I didn't do it then, I'm not doing it now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that committed to the bit. And the fact that there are people online that are just like, you're ugly. I'm like, okay. You don't think my dad said that to me before?
I was like my mom's told me plenty of times. You can't hurt me anymore.
Right. Like, you don't think that I wasn't bullied in real life? Way worse than being bullied online. I guess here's the thing. I will say that, like, online bullying is really real, and I would hate to be in school now, like somebody recording something weird that you do and like blasting it. Like, but I'm recording what I know. I'm being weird. I know most people aren't gonna like what I say.
That's the thing, is like, I feel
I'm
like
putting it out there. It's me who's putting it out there. If somebody else is putting it out there, way different story. Of something like something I wasn't aware of getting, like, I would be so distraught from that. But if I'm putting it out there and you're like, you suck, I'm like, I don't care. If I can go back to your hole. When's the last time you got laid? I got laid last night. When's the last time you got laid? Ooh. Probably been a while, right?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
probably been a while, right? Right.
How about you? How would you take that? We had one TikTok. We got some haters, and it was one of the best days of my life. I think having haters is hilarious.
Well, okay, first of all, when your haters are like people who play Magic the Gathering, like, that's actually really funny. The fucking Uggo in the pack, who doesn't know anything about fucking Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering, can fucking suck my dick. I'm like, I'm sure you like that, bitch.
It was so funny, and if you have a second, you should go on our TikTok. You could see which one it is, because it has the most like views and likes on it, and just the absolute funniest comments on the bottom. I was dying. I'm like, some of them are funny. And here's the thing, funny. You can be a hater if you're like actually good at it. Like, tell me something I didn't know to hate about myself. That's how you get me. But here's the thing, I worked at a middle school in the inner city of Columbus. There's nothing you can say to me that I had insecurities I didn't even know about. Right. I came into that building with like 100, left with like 400. It was crazy. Those kids, they just like fucking spot you out.
That's what I grew up in inner city Cleveland, Ohio, so trust me, them bitches are the meanest bitches I've ever met in my life.
Like, really, I'm so sorry. Like, have you ever met a middle schooler? Like, they're way meaner than this, like, what, 30-year-old virgin? No, okay.
Right.
You 30-year-old fucking virgin.
I fear anything that you have to say to me will not hurt my feelings. But I think if outside of them, I don't know, I feel like there would probably, because I saw a video where Drew Afawalo posted, and she's like, I need to get off here, like, people are just coming for me for no reason, and I get that I like roast, no reason's crazy. She's like, I roast men all the time, and I'm like, well, yes, queen, but like for the right reasons. And she's like, and sometimes these men just take it a little too far, and I still have feelings at the end of the day. And I was like, damn, then that's the strongest soldier out there. So like, if she's getting her feelings hurt, I'm definitely getting my little pussy feelings hurt. Yeah, for sure. So
no, I think that's real. I mean, I'm sure that there would be like a threshold
for sure.
And then I'd just be like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I agree. Like, I think that I'd be like, if it becomes not worth it, and like people actually start bothering, but I think that's different, right? I think that one of the most important things is like keeping a close circle. And I think that's with anyone, if people are just mean straight to your face sometimes. I've been that. Sometimes you work in places and like you are just like not with the vibes and the bitches are being bitches and they do not like you. And that feels horrible. And I get that.
Yeah.
But that's why it's just important to like, I don't know, like lean on friends and stuff and just be like, they love you.
Yeah. Well,
They'll
and
be
I
with
think
you.
I would much rather have someone say some shit to my face than to say it behind my back and like act fake to me.
Yeah. Oh no,
You know?
I'm gonna say it to your face.
No, girl. I wasn't talking about you. I know you'll say it to my face. I ain't never had any question about that.
No, but like I used to, when I was working in Ohio, I worked at a restaurant and for like years, and then I moved to this like, it's the same restaurant, different location type situation. Those girls there, mean girls. Mean girls. And they were like chitter chatter behind your back kind of mean. And I was very much like, this is a situation, let's like move on. And they did not like that. They're like, you're so mean. I'm like, I'm actually nicer than you bitches.
Right.
Because
Which
I'm
is
like,
crazy.
I'm telling you the problem right now. I said I didn't talk to Joe Show Schmo, whoever the hell. I didn't talk to all of them first to be like, can you believe? Like, no, I can't believe that. I did it 100%.
Right.
And if you don't like it, say it.
Right.
I'm here for it. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
That's exactly that. Like,
let's address this now. Let's get it done.
Like, don't talk behind my back. Don't talk behind my back because I will find out.
No, here's the thing. I'll
and
find
your
out and I'll
feelings will be hurt.
And I'll address your little pussy ass.
Yeah, and you're gonna
Later.
be yeah. What's up? Say it to my face. What's going on? Tell me your feelings. I'll squash it right now.
And even the thing is, it's like, okay, nothing gets resolved by you saying things behind my back. The only thing that happens is that you're getting more stressed about it.
Right.
That's the real shit. The real thing is like you're going around talking shit and doing whatever. I'm like, okay. But like, you're the one that's angry.
Yeah.
You're the one that's angry. You don't want to say anything. If I hear that you're talking shit, I gotta address something on Sunday when I go into work with people that are just fucking don't want to speak to me directly. I'm like, oh, everyone finds out very quickly that I'm not the one. I'm very chill and I just like to hang out. Like, I work at this job because like I just need like some stable income,
right?
Relatively. I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to chill. Don't stress me out.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to chill. I'm trying to vibe. I'm trying to make money. I'm good. It really takes a lot to make me angry. You know, you've worked with me in restaurants. I'm chilling.
And now I don't respect you. Now you've lost my respect. And if you're cooked now. Because if I don't respect you, guess what? I'm not doing anything to help you.
I thought you were just talking to me. Did you see me? I gulped.
I
was like, hey, we can have this really direct private conversation privately.
I'm like, because now I don't respect you. I was
like,
see? And that's how I scare
him.
It's
like, Angela, should we cut it?
Cut the cameras, everyone.
For a second.
We have to have a conversation. A sidebar, quick sidebar.
I'm like, I don't know if I like listening to it through a microphone when you're talking to me like that.
It came from a deep place.
I know. I was like, yo. Okay, sorry. You were saying about not respecting me anymore.
No, I feel like it takes a lot for me to get to the point where I'm like, okay, you've disrespected me so much by, I don't know, talking behind my back or like just blatantly disrespecting me to my face. So now I've gotten to the point where I don't respect you because I respect myself more at this point. And ooh, the bitches quiver in their boots. They shake in their boots once I start disrespecting them. They're like,
here's the thing.
She respects herself?
Hate you. Like, if you are mean to my face and aren't like catty about it, dude, we're gonna be friends.
I'm best
sorry,
friends.
Like, there is like a very thin line for me where I'm like, okay, like we can be. I would rather have somebody I can be like dead ass honest with. Yeah. Let's have a conversation. Like, I was talking about like last night, I got into like an argument with my boyfriend, but it was nice because I'm like, okay, we're able to address it right now. Right. What's upsetting, instead of like playing the whole, oh, I'm upset about this and I'm not going to talk about it or bring it up type situation. Like, I think it's good.
Yeah.
You need to have, like, the people in your life, you have to be able to, like, have those types of conversations with. Otherwise, like, you're just going to have no real interactions. And that just feels exhausting. That's exhausting.
Girl, it's exhausting. Trust me. Because you know that I was but I was in a little situationship for a year. And the whole time during this year, I was like tiptoeing and trying to figure out like, oh, how does this person feel about me? Do they care about me? Do they like me? I don't know. They said it once, so maybe. And then I was like riddled with anxiety of like just not knowing, to the point where I was like, dude, I have to have confrontation. And I talked to Gabby about it. She's like, no, dude, because like, what are you're just gonna tiptoe for however long until you get your feelings hurt, or are you just gonna fucking have the conversation? And then I did it, and perhaps wasn't the expectation I was looking for, but like I remember getting off like the phone and being like, felt like a weight had like come off my whole body. Like I could sleep peacefully now. Like it was the most insane thing. I was like, wow, confrontation really is crazy, because like it's so easy, it's so quick, and like you just need to talk to people,
right?
Like let's stop hiding behind, and I think that's what it is, like with social media, is like hiding behind a screen, or like hiding behind text messages, or like the way that you just can choose to not be upfront with your feelings or avoid things because, or like disrespect people because you can hide behind a screen, or just like choose to like not see them and stuff like that. Like so like when you had your conversation with your boyfriend and it was so easily resolved, is because you were like there, you guys were both present at the time, and you were like, let's fix this now, let's squash this now, let's have confrontation. But
also like, let's say the things we're really feeling. Like sometimes, I mean, I think you gotta approach things elegantly. Like there are, in certain situations, you have to approach things with sensitivity and understanding. Empathy.
We're working on empathy.
We're working on empathy this year. Empathy's in. But like, it's kind of like a dance, but also, you know, at the end of the day, and when I was telling you that, I'm just like, you just need to be honest with whoever you're with, or like in a relationship with, or that's friendships, family, partner. You need to tell them exactly where you're at and let them come to you after that. Because you can only set your boundary and being like, this is what I expect, this is what's hurting me, this is how I feel. And if somebody doesn't act in a way that you feel was enough, or isn't going to make you feel better, or like you're like, you know what, this isn't worth it for me, then walk away. Because it's scary, because then like, it's hard to put it all up front, because a lot of times you don't want to lose it. But like you were saying earlier, somebody that's going to be in your life, you're not going to lose them by having a hard conversation. Like you might not talk for a little bit, and it might be a little weird, but like you're not going to lose them if they actually give a shit. That's the reality of it. And it's scary, especially like anyone that's in a situationship and you're like having all of those feelings of, oh, will she, won't she? Like, just say it. Just put it out there. Hey, I want to date. Do you want to date? If not, I'm good.
Deuces, see you later.
Bye.
XOXO, Gossip Girl.
Like I remember with my ex, it was like that. It was just like, you know, I was like, oh, does he like me? Like we spent all this time together, like all of this, and he told me that he didn't want to date anyone, and I kind of got to the point where I was like, okay, I don't want to be with you then. I'm not doing any of this. And you know, they're like, oh, can we still be friends? No. Friends for what? What are we gonna do? Fucking play patty cake? No.
Fucking play patty cake?
No, but I'm just be so dead ass. Like, what are we gonna do? I don't want to hang out with you. You hurt my feelings. You're not interested in me in the way that I'm interested in you. Therefore, you're out of my life. I'm only interested in being with somebody that wants to date right now. If that's not you, I'm gonna feel a little bad about it. Yeah. But bye. Sorry. I'm not wasting any more time.
I just had this just had this experience last weekend where, you know, my ex had, after a year, texted me and was like, yo, you know, basically I still have feelings for you, like are we on the same page? And I was just like, no, respectfully, because I'm like working on myself and I'm trying to figure out the things that I want to do in my life. And it's like, no shade to him, because I think he's a great person. I think he's amazing. And like, I don't want him to sit around and be like, oh, like,
what if?
Will she, won't she type shit, you know? In the same way that I had to be confrontational in like a different relationship. Like, so I took that experience and put it into this experience and was like, okay, I need to be 100% clear with exactly how I feel right now. And and so I did that. And then my ex also works at my favorite bar, so I went to said bar and he was there and he did not acknowledge my existence. And I was like, hey, because I thought we were cool. And he was not fucking with me, which really hurt my feelings because, you know, at the end of the day, I really care about him. And I was, you know, upfront about the way that I felt. And I think it took a little bit of reflecting for me to not sit there and be selfish, like, oh, like, what a fucking asshole. Like, he's just ignoring me because I didn't give him what he wants. When in reality, it was like,
But also, yes, and that's okay.
Well, yes. And the thing is, like, I can feel that way, but the reason that he feels the way he does is because I hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
And I have to be, you know, I have to hold myself accountable for hurting someone else's feelings, even if I didn't do it intentionally or maliciously. And I have to understand why they're acting the way that they do. And know that my actions have consequences, and not everyone wants to be my fucking friend.
I'm actually very proud of you. This is a big step, guys. Like, we've been working on this for a year, and we finally made it. But yeah, I mean, I respect that.
I went through the fucking mud this year. That's why I look at I'm mud. I'm like SZA. I'm so in tune with my fucking body. Bro. Like, my heart, weight, and soul. I'm like,
no, it's good though, and I think that's what's so important is like, I guess like you don't deserve anyone's time,
right?
And I'm like a big believer on that. Like, to me, I'm like, hey, if you have time to hang out, great. If you don't, also fine. Like,
right.
People make time in their life when you want them to, and like you said, like for him, he put his feelings out there, and you know, you put your feelings back out there. And the consequence was that like now you guys don't talk at all. And I'm sure, you know, this is a temporary thing. He wants to move on. Right. You want to, you know, help him with that by not, you know.
This sucks, but I had blocked his number because I realized not because he is the issue, it's because I'm the issue.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to, because you're like, I'm going to reach out.
I'm going
to do something because just one day you're going to be.
On some platonic shit, but like.
But one day you're going to be feeling bad and you're going to think about that interaction. You're going to be like, oh, you know, you might be feeling a little empathetic, but it's just because it might, like you said, just because it might be coming from a good place doesn't mean that's a good thing.
Right.
And might be because you're like, oh, well, you know, I want to be in his life. Like, I do care about him. I know he cares about me. Like, I don't know. It's just hard, but it's hard.
Yeah.
We're like, I think it's very easy with strangers. And I think that sometimes I also do come off a little brash, which Angela has seen in real time. And which anyone that knows me personally has probably seen in real time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard. It's a hard balance of being honest and also being empathetic and sensitive to people's feelings.
No, and it's definitely I had a conversation with someone once, and they were like very dismissive of their feelings. It was someone that I liked, and the way that he was like, oh, like I choose to not be upset about stuff, or like if something makes me unhappy, like I give myself like 10 minutes to be upset about it, or even like it was just really weird to me. And then I was like, well, how can someone who doesn't respect their own feelings respect me?
That's so real.
How can I expect someone who
gives them 10 minutes to be upset about something?
Yeah, I'm like, how can I expect you to like respect my feelings if you don't even respect your own fucking feelings? And that was such a wake up to me, and I was like, damn. And that made me conscientious of like how the way I treat myself affects other people and how I affect other people's feelings. And how I need to sit on that and reflect on that. And the fact that some people don't do that shit is absolutely demonic. That's nightmare fuel. And I can't believe that shit.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I say, like, I dated a guy for 2 years. And, like, I'm going to be honest, we dated on and off because that motherfucker just kept breaking up with me. And I was like, and I just never had enough of it. I was like, I'm like, but he loves me. Like, no, he doesn't. Anyways, not the point. But the point is that, like, I've dated people like that, and it's exhausting.
Right.
When they're like, yeah, like, I just, like, don't get upset. You don't have feelings about anything? I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, maybe he's just hurt. I don't care. I'm sorry. You're hurt. I can't be there for it. But I was always like, I can fix him. He loves me. Like, no, he doesn't.
Oh, no, we're not fixing men anymore.
No, we're not fixing men.
No. But at the time, like, I feel like you have to go through that one person where you're like, I can fix him.
It's the last person. It's the last person. Like, I want a man who's, like, set. I want you to be, like already fixed.
Yeah.
We talked about this last time. I need you to know how to do your laundry.
Right.
I need you to know how to do all these things. Or, like, and not even do them, but, like, want to do them.
Right. Like, you're already inspired to have a clean house. Like, you should already be pre-inspired to have a clean house.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, I think that was always just the hardest thing. Is being with somebody that is just like not sure of you, and then that's just so exhausting. Like we were talking about it earlier. Like I don't need you to be unsure of me.
Right.
I don't need to do that. I don't want to go through that again. It is exhausting. You're anxious
Extremely.
about it all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Oh my God, does he like me? Is he thinking about me? Is he looking for somebody else? Like, yeah, he is. If he hasn't started dating
Right.
you, he's actively trying to find somebody else.
Right.
He's like, oh, I'm not ready to date yet. You're not ready to date because you're looking for other people.
Yeah.
You're looking for somebody better.
Yeah.
I hope you find him.
Right. No, and that's like, because the thing is, like, I think the one thing about that was, like, I never once questioned my self-worth, though. I was like, to me, it was like, I'm fucking sick. What?
Right.
You're an idiot. You're
No,
actually
right.
a dumbass. Like,
Yeah.
but this is the thing is, like, if you're looking for something better, if you can find greener grass, go find it.
Go get your greener grass, boy.
Like, I'm not,
But
well, that's the thing is, like, I'm not pressed. Like, if you can find greener grass that's greener for you, so cool. Go
Yeah.
do that. But the thing is, I'm going to find greener grass too.
You know, literally.
Like, my grass will always be green.
No, honestly, yeah. My grass is green because I water my own grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's the hardest part because it was the same thing where he was like, you know, we were on and off, and every time he would, you know, reach out and be like, oh, well, why can't we be friends?
Right.
Why aren't we hanging out? Why aren't we like? And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? We're done.
Right.
I'm done. And then I would always go back because I was an idiot, and I didn't know any better. Now I do know better.
That's the thing. Yeah. You always go back because you're always like, oh.
No.
Well, I feel like it's the two side is interesting because it's like when you like someone and they don't have the same feelings for you, you're like, oh, but if they want to hang out with me, that means that, like, they want to be with me again. And, like, whereas, like, you're on the other end of that and you're like, I'll hang out with you because you're comfortable and I know you. And, like, I know that, like, we will have fun together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's
the thing. Like, I know that's where my ex was. He's
Yeah.
like, this is comfortable. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to go back to your ex because you know that you're like, oh, like, we've already had the connection. If we could just be chilling. Like, obviously, they liked who you were because they dated you or they pursued
Right.
you and you spent time together. But at the same time, they don't see you as valuable enough in their life to, like, commit to you.
right.
And it's like, girl, just go.
Honestly, just go.
Please.
Like,
Do everyone a favor and go find your greener grass because there is greener grass.
right.
There will be somebody that'll treat you better. There will be somebody that does actively want to be with you and show
Yeah.
you every moment that he wants to be with you.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
We are not settling.
No,
ladies,
no,
we're
I mean,
not settling. We should never settle. We're so cool. Like, honestly, like, us as women,
I hate this part of the conversation.
but it's so true. Like, women are so cool. Like, really, like, they bring so much to a relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
And
men can too. A really great man brings so much.
But, like, think about it. A man is always with a woman who's funnier than him. If a man is funnier than a woman in a relationship, it will never work. If the woman has to be funnier, which means she's bringing the light to the relationship.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
I think, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna agree and also disagree because I think we talked about that. We hit on this a few months ago in, like, the beginning, where, like, I do think that men like funny women.
Yeah.
But I do think that the wrong guy, like, I think sometimes you date men and they're competing with you for princess position. Because, like, I've definitely been with people and I think they were competing with me. They would literally be like, why are people complimenting you all the time? Like, nobody said anything about what I'm like, what are you talking? Okay, princesa.
Because I'm cooler than you.
I'm like, what are we even talking about? It's, like, weird. And it's like you compete. And it's like, first off, I don't have to compete with you in the spotlight because I am in the spotlight. And
right.
I'm way funnier than you. And your friends laughed at more of my jokes. What are you talking about? But, like, that's the thing. Like, in my current relationship, like, we both bring so much light to, like, groups that we're hanging out with. And it's great. And I'm like, this is how it should be. A well-balanced.
But that's the thing. Is like
Like,
your
we're not-
relationship works really well because you're with a secure man and you're funnier than him. And he appreciates that you're funnier than him.
No. I think that the best part about being in a good relationship, a healthy relationship, you're not fighting for the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I've definitely been in relationships with guys where they're, like, fighting to be cooler than me or fighting to be funnier than me, which just makes them look dumb. I'm like, because you won't be. But, like, when you're in a relationship,
that's what I'm saying.
like, I'm not fighting any man for the spotlight. I'm
No.
so sorry. One thing.
What am I fighting a man for the spotlight for?
No, literally. But, like, in my current relationship, like, it's not like that at all. Like, I love hanging out with him. I love hanging out with him in groups. We have a great time.
Mhm.
He's super special and he's very funny and he's very talented. That's the other thing too. But like these men are insecure and they want your spot. They want somebody to hold the door for them. They want somebody to get as much attention. Like I genuinely feel like I'm just saying you men just need to start hugging each other, okay? Like I think that's the problem. Like where's my hug at? Like hug your friend.
Yeah, where's your hug at? Your friend has it. Your dad has it.
Right. No, literally, like
stop hugging your mom.
No, that's as much. It's getting weird. No, but I mean, like that's the whole thing. Why I'm not fighting the spotlight for you if you feel that we're competing. Like, okay, like you want attention, like go get attention from your boys.
Yeah.
Okay, like go, like that's I get attention from my girlies when y'all ain't around.
Right.
And they honestly better attention always. I get way more attention from women than men.
That's why I'm saying
the women love me. The ladies love me.
Women are girls, and that's why I'm like, women are so much cooler because like we support each other. We're like, girl, you look good. Like we're cool. We have our own interests, our own hobbies,
but the thing is, like, I promise you, ladies, there are men out there that aren't just interested in video games, and you will find him. You will find the one that doesn't want to sit in front of a fucking PC all day. And rather spend time doing that than spend time with you. You will find somebody that wants to do that.
Luckily, I've not been with a man who's.
I'm talking to all the girls that have been with little gamer guys. Lame. That shit is so dry.
Get rid of them gamer guys.
Get a fucking hobby, Mike. I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Men, this is all out to you. If you're like one of those gamer guys and you're like, I can't find a girlfriend, it's because you're exhausting to be around. You're exhausting and boring. I don't want to watch you play that. Oh, it's the only way for me to relax. Find a better relaxation. I like to relax by drinking. Should I do it all the time? No.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the thing is like you can play games, limit your time. Put a time
like
you know you can like go on Instagram and put like the fucking time blocker on it. Put it on your fucking PC, on your Xbox, on your PS, whatever.
Cuz like I'm sorry, like we're not fighting for the spotlight cuz what are you going to talk about? Your fucking Elder Ring? Come on. You're not talking like to a group of people like nobody's I had to think about it for a second.
Elden Ring?
I couldn't even think.
Your Elder Ring?
Well, I don't know. I just feel like but I don't know where we were going with this. I'm just saying like these like non-serious ass men that are fighting for your spotlight who want to be the lady in the relationship. Like get them out. Get them out. Let them. Hey, if you want to be the lady, nobody's saying you can't date a man. You're more than welcome.
Right.
Nobody's holding you back from that. Like you can go do that. And that's not saying like if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't like take care of your partner because you should. You should, you know, every once in a while get dinner and do special things for them. Like boy, girl, that doesn't matter. Like that's just what you do in a relationship.
Right.
But like if we're out and you expect me to treat you like a little princess,
I'm not.
No, I hate to use the words like I'll treat you like a king, but you got to treat me like queen, boy. I'm not doing that. I'll give you king treatment.
I better be a queen first before you ever consider yourself to be a king.
No, period. It's like weird. I just like, I don't get it. I've been in relationships like that and when they're exhausting. And also you're not hotter than me.
You're literally not hotter than
me. I was shameful to show your photos to my friends. Like that's how I know. Like I was like, oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't have any good pictures. That means you're ugly. Okay. And like, you're not hotter than me. I'm so sorry. I hate to say it. Actually, no, I don't hate to say it. That's real.
No, that's real.
People looked at you and they're like, whoa.
I'm not saying anything because I have nothing nice to say.
You have nothing nice to say? And that's real. Like your good boyfriends that you've had, like you've had you've had one really good boyfriend.
I've had one
like,
great boyfriend.
I think he's so handsome. I'm like, handsome guy. You showed me photos. I was like, he's a handsome guy. I could objectively say that.
Which one are we talking about?
We're talking about your most recent ex.
Oh,
like he
we
was
worked together.
Well, yeah, I knew him. But he was objectively handsome. Never had a bad thing to say about him because he was a good guy.
Okay.
But I'm telling you is that you motherfuckers who haven't met the friends, I'm telling you, you need to go meet them in person. You don't want your friend to show a photo.
No.
They better get you organically the first time. And if you're taking months to meet her friends, I'm sorry. If he's taking months to meet your friends, get him out.
Get him out.
Don't even show your friends. It isn't serious. Until he meets them, don't even bother showing your friends photos.
No.
Of him.
Don't show your friends photos of him. Honestly, don't even introduce him to your friends until he's proven to be
That's what I'm saying.
An outstanding man. Otherwise, it's like meeting your parents. He doesn't need to meet him.
He doesn't need to meet him. Like, let it go. But, yeah, like...
Your friends want to meet him because they want to dog him. Your friends want to meet him because they have nothing nice to say and they want to say it.
And they've already
to
been
his
stewing
face.
on that ugly ass picture she showed of you that is apparently
They
the
can't
best
wait.
out of your worst. Or wait, yeah, the best out of the worst photos. Like, that's awful.
Which is crazy.
No, I know, and I'm sorry. Like, some of you guys are just too ugly to have these crazy ass asks of women. I'm sorry.
Literally, your standards are through the roof.
For
the way
what?
you should.
No, you just it's not that you want to be in me, it's that you want to be me. And
You want to be me. You literally want to be me. All you do is steal my swag, and that's it.
No, it's
You want to be me.
It's weird.
Men are weird.
All men are weird except my man, and I'm gonna stand by that.
All men are weird except Gabby's man sometimes, for me. Except he gave me a really nice compliment yesterday. What did he say?
He thinks very highly of you, Ange. I know,
I know,
he
but
picks on
sometimes
you.
he bullies me.
He picks on you, but it's because he cares about you, and he does think very highly of you.
What was the cartoon that he compared me to?
He said you're like Mei Lee.
Mei Lee. I was like,
he's like, you know what? He's like, and I'm standing by. He literally, like, we woke up this morning, we had another conversation about it, and he was like, Angela is kind of like Mei Lee, like from Avatar: Last Airbender, Zuko's girlfriend, because he's like, you know, she's really hard on the outside and like seems like real tough, but inside she's really just a big softie.
I know he told me that yesterday. He's like, that was a good pick though, right, Ange? That was really good.
I know.
I was like, that was pretty good, Alex.
Yeah, you just need to pat him on the back for that. He likes being pat. He's just like, yes.
Yeah.
Because it's
Men are like dogs. They just want little treats for the good things they do.
And you should give them to them.
Yeah, they should give golden rewards.
In order for a relationship to work, the girl has to be the black cat, the guy has to be the golden retriever.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm black cat energy for sure.
That's what I was saying when I said the girl has to be funnier and the guy just has to be secure with the fact that his girlfriend's funnier and he loves that his girlfriend's funny. Black cat, golden retriever.
No, yeah.
Dead ass.
And also, like, if I'm funny, we can be funny together and we all look good now.
Right.
Now we all look good.
Now you get to walk around with a super hot
smiling.
girlfriend who's funny. You're welcome.
Now the whole crowd's laughing.
The whole crowd's laughing. And the whole crowd thinks you're sick as fuck because you have a hot girlfriend who's funny and you're very secure in your relationship.
Period. Because, like, ew, there's nothing more embarrassing when the girl is just, like, fucking eating it up and the guy is just, like, sitting there, like, stewing. Like, he now wants to leave.
One-up her.
One-up her, like, trying to leave.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I'm like, ooh, it's small. Ooh, it's small, isn't it?
Like, ooh, yo, it's small.
Yo. I'm like, ooh, okay.
That's
Sounds
really
good, man.
funny, actually.
Nah, just tell you, it's better to be alone than be with one of those guys. Because those guys are just exhausting.
Yeah.
Man, we went on that tangent for a while, but I feel really passionately about that.
It was a really good tangent. It had to be had.
If you're dating a guy and you've been dating him for a while and you feel like maybe he's stealing my spotlight or doesn't appreciate it when people compliment me, like when somebody compliments me, my boyfriend comes and hypes me up too. He's like, yeah, can you believe it? Blah, 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 blah. Like, he's so excited that somebody just acknowledged something about me.
That is one thing that I will say I like about your boyfriend is I'll be like, oh, Gabby, you look really good in the sweater. And then he'll come up and he'll be like, she looks really good in the sweater. She looks really good in those pants. She looks really good in those shoes. Don't you just love her whole outfit? She's like a shining star in the midnight sky. She just sparkles. I'm like,
yeah, it's amazing. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah. Yes. But yes.
Just, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a lucky gal.
I'm a lucky girl. I added that song to my playlist this year. Yeah. All right, so we have now reached the point of the show where we do our Ohio 7 rankings. And if this is your first time here, we put celebrities.
Famous men. They shouldn't be famous off their looks.
Yeah. We put them in the Ohio uniform. So that is a Ohio State t-shirt. Shorts that are a little too long. Cargo shorts a little too long. Short little running shoes with short little nasty ankle socks. Ugh, patooey. Let's put these little celebrities in their outfits and see how they do. Gabby, who's yours?
I got Leonardo DiCaprio, which I feel
Leonardo DiCaprio when though. That's very important.
Now. He looks like you know those bodies when they're like left in water after somebody dies and they get all like bloated and red.
Yes.
That's what he looks like.
That's what he looks like.
Why do you look like that?
Oh.
And for some reason, I don't know why I've seen his ass crack way too many times. Like
I have not. That's very interesting.
The photos are crazy. Like
the
he
photos
just like
are crazy. He's crazy.
He just like wears these pants with a belt How are your pants dropping with a belt? I don't know.
What's the point of the belt?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
what,
and also,
yeah.
are you not wearing underwear? What is going on?
I don't understand that.
I'm like,
Do you not feel the breeze?
ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
Ugh.
Ew. Okay, so past that, I don't think he's hot at all now.
No.
And it definitely,
He's
I
lost
feel
me.
like he wears the Ohio uniform, except it's just not the OSU shirt.
Yeah.
He's trying to take my popcorn. And I'm gonna give him like a fucking 3.
He's definitely. I just like what happened to the man? The man looks like if you put him in the Ohio uniform, honestly, his body fits the Ohio uniform for sure.
Weird. He's
and
weird.
he looks like he stands outside of sports bars and just like cheap cigs.
That would make him cooler, but I don't think he does that. I think he just snorts cocaine.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many weird stories about Leonardo DiCaprio. I just am like not a fan of him. I don't get the hype. Like Brad Pitt is still hot.
Brad
Pitt got hotter,
Yeah,
kind of in his own way.
Yeah.
But Leonardo DiCaprio, get him the fuck
And
out.
I know you have
I
enough
don't want to
money
see
to
him.
be sexy. So
No.
like, where are you lacking?
I don't know, dude, but this shit's crazy. I think Ohio 3.
I'm giving him a 2, honestly. I
Yeah.
really don't think the man is cute at all.
No, he's not.
And in
cute
the
at all.
outfit, he's giving creep. Like, he's coming up to me at the bar and he's like, "Hey, what's up, young lady?" Which is, I think, what he does in real life. And he's like,
No,
"Can
he
I
has
buy
his
you a drink?"
assistants do it. He's like, they're like, "Do you want a chance
"You want
to
a
be with
chance?
Leonardo
A
DiCaprio?"
chance?
And most models that are like 23 are like, "Yes."
That's not a chance. That's a risk.
That's a flight risk.
Yeah, like,
That's a flight risk. No, thank you.
I'm good.
No.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Do you want to meet Leonardo DiCaprio?" I'm like, "Is he coming here?" And they're like, "Yes." Okay, I'm like, "Great, I'll take my bill."
Oh,
I'm so good to leave. Don't want to be around for any of that. Don't even want to get near it. I don't even want to watch
Yeah.
it go down. I'll get grossed out. Ohio 3.
Ohio too. Yeah, I'm not budging on that. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
not.
That's okay.
Don't be a creep and be cute. Mine this
Mm-hmm.
week is Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is hosting SNL, so
Oh, yo, really? I
Yeah.
love him. I know, I get the controversy, but I love that man.
I totally get the controversy, but he's a comedian. That's what comedy is. It's like
Right.
really edging on the lines of just saying the most horrendous shit you possibly could.
No, honestly, yeah.
And comedians lie all the time. Like, they don't tell how they feel. We did at one of my open mics the other day, we did a poll to see how many of the comics lie about everything. And she was like, "All right, you lie about 20%. Everyone's hands up." She's like, 50%. Everyone's hands up. People's hands didn't start going down to like 80s, 90s%. I was like, so they just lie about everything
Yeah, you
because
just lie. I'm just
they
a
have to be
fucking
funny
liar.
and they
Yeah.
like, you know?
Yeah.
So Dave Chappelle, I think he's a good guy. And Dave Chappelle lives in Yellow Springs. He does
Yeah.
shows out there all the time.
Yeah,
And
he's cool.
everyone in Yellow Springs loves his ass.
Because he's really taking care. He's like a leader.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like leader is the right word, but he's a pillar of the community that takes care of the community, invests a bunch of money in the community. Like,
Yeah.
Yellow Springs is great.
Yeah.
And, no, I like Dave Chappelle. And I don't know if he's handsome.
He's a little goofy looking.
He's goofy looking. He's tall, though.
He's tall.
And, like, the Ohio uniform wouldn't look weird on him.
No, he would look like someone's dad
Like,
at a
just looks like
sports game.
someone's dad. Like,
yeah.
and, like, yeah, I would now to give him, like, a 6 in the age bracket.
Yeah.
In the age bracket, he's like a 6. I know people are like, "You're putting Leo DiCaprio out of fucking 3." And
Yes.
Yes. Have you seen Dave Chappelle?
And I
Have
didn't
you
even
seen Leo
hesitate.
DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle just doesn't seem creepy.
Black don't crack, and Leonardo DiCaprio is a very
And
obvious.
I'm pretty sure Dave is me and we're on first name basis now.
Dave.
I'm like, I think Dave's like considerably older than Leo.
Black don't crack.
That's what I'm saying.
And the man, Leo, he's cracked.
he's fucking.
he's
no,
literally
he's like
cracked.
sunk.
Yeah.
He's like sunk at the bottom of a salty ocean. Like, why do you look like that?
I don't know.
Like, you need to relax on the sodium intake and the alcohol intake, dog. It's too much.
the
It's
cocaine
not working for you.
intake will probably.
The cocaine. Yeah, cocaine was supposed to help you. I don't know what happened there. Anyways,
Yeah,
yeah, Dave
Love
Chappelle's like a
Dave.
6 for me.
I would give him. I think I too would give him a 6. I think 6 is very
6.5.
good. He's not halfway. He's a little over.
Yeah.
But you know, he probably want to say something crazy, and he's. I
I
don't
like
think he's the
crazy.
cutest peach in the peach tree personally,
Right.
but I do like Dave, and
Yeah.
I hope he does really good on SNL.
Yeah, I
Very
like
excited.
it. I'm excited. All right, Ange, I feel like that wraps us up.
That wraps us up for this week.
All right, tune in next time. Won't be
Mhm.
next week, but it'll be next time.
Next
and
time.
we thank you for liking, following, sharing.
Yeah, and do more of it, please.
Yeah, when the more the merrier, the better.
Yeah.
Just like the video.
Um,
Just like the fucking video. If you
yeah.
listen all the way through, just like the fucking
Yeah.
like the fucking podcast.
Yeah, tell your
Because-
friends to watch it. Tell them that we're funny, because
Because some people think that we are.
Yeah, some people might actually like us, even if you don't. So follow us on Instagram at and
Right? This way?
oh, yep. At @Ohio_7. Bang.
All right. Till next time.
All right, see you guys. Bye.